Don't shortchange yourself when it comes to your pain. Dimming your light when it comes to your pain. Shortchanging yourself because you don't have the proper self-awareness to know which right direction to go. When it comes to your pain and your trauma, when it comes to healing, they dimmed your light with a dimming your light and allow you to feel like you was unworthy of yourself. They wanted you to give up. They wanted you to live in fear and be discouraged. When it came to your pain, your trauma and your pain from a childhood point of view going into your adulthood, allowing you to become victim at an early age, becoming victim mentality, went into your adulthood, still playing the victim. That's not what you wanted to do, was shortchange yourself, allowing yourself to become victim to yourself because someone allows you to become victim to your pain. You always said there was better days ahead, one day becoming a believer. But as you believed in yourself, all you kept doing was shortchanging yourself because you kept living in fear and giving up on yourself because you became a non-believer. You was getting sick with them being sick or trying to show up for yourself because you didn't know which direction to go when it came to loving yourself. Dimming your light within dimming your light, not even knowing your light was already dim when it came to loving yourself because they dimmed your light when you became victim. So young, not realizing what love was. Not realizing that they gave up on you, they overlooked you, allowed you to feel that you had to fight for someone's attention when it came to love. Not knowing what love was, you ran after lust. When it came to relationships, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, pain on top of pain, domestic violence situations, wow. You put a name to your book when it comes to your pain and your trauma, your journey. Pain on top of pain. That trauma was real. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, sleepless nights, not knowing where to go. Homeless was being real with yourself, but you didn't know which way to go. Everybody that you thought was for you was against you. They knew how to use you and abuse you. They took your kindness for weakness, manipulated your character for a description that you truly wasn't. Why? Because you was real with yourself to be real with them. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Nobody was real with you though. It's a thought process to me. Regardless of your pain and your trauma, what you experienced as a child being sexually assaulted, dealing with dysfunctional folks, domestic violence, discrimination, it was real. It went into your adulthood. You put a name to your book when it comes to your trauma and your pain. You understood the awareness within the awareness. They're not going to understand how God is favoring you today. How you becoming your best self-vision of yourself to understand and be patient with yourself because God is still patient with you, not for you to dim your light. When that pain and that trauma is real, don't know who to confide in, being patient with yourself, not dimming your light. Yeah, they gave up on you. They overlooked you. They said that you wasn't worthy of yourself. They said that you was never going to be nothing. But God said, I have a better plan for you. There are better days ahead. Becoming a believer, within becoming a believer, you went within and do the proper healing. To understand your self-awareness. To understand and stay in your own lane when you don't got malicious intention to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. It's called respect, neighbor. It's the thought process of me. They're quick to sit there and judge a book by its cover when it comes to your pain and your trauma. Not even knowing at the end of the day to stay in their own lane. Because everybody's journey and everybody's walk of life is different. It be the thought process of me. People are so quick to judge a book by its cover at the end of the day, not even getting in tune with themselves to self-reflect, to understand their path, to have the proper awareness within their day-to-day activities. They're so concerned about what you got going on because you went within to do the proper healing when it came to your pain and your trauma. You went within and you meant what you said what you mean, and to be real with yourself when you look at the reflection of yourself that you're truly at peace with yourself and you ain't got to fake gaslight nobody to tune into yourself in the most healthiest way. When God is favoring you and God is showing you not to shortchange yourself today. It's the thought process for me. You know, when you choose your best self-vision of yourself to elevate and they don't understand how, when they try to kick you down, days when they thought that you couldn't see for yourself. When you're just trying to find balance within your time and showing up for yourself. To not shortchange yourself, but respect yourself and respect your neighbor within the process. They didn't understand what real looks like up close in person. So they try to shortchange you, not realizing they was only playing in their own face when they came across a real one. It's the thought process. Me, you know, they say real recognize real, but you gotta be careful and be mindful when you use that word real. And I say that respectfully. It's the thought process for me. Wow, you came a long way. To be patient with yourself, to be kind to yourself, to understand that once you chose yourself, to love yourself in the most healthiest way, not to dim your light today because of a narrative that someone tried to paint a description that you truly wasn't. Or even if you had a good or a bad day at the end of the day, regardless of how your trauma and your pain displayed, you always knew how to love within. You never switched up when it came to loving yourself. You just didn't know which way to go when it came to your pain. But when you understood which way to go, when you walk by faith, not by sight, and understand to be patient with yourself, they're not going to understand how God is favoring you. Dimming your light was never part of the plan when it came to God's timing. And I say that respectfully. They try to dim your light. The hate in disguise. They continue to multiply. You got to be mindful of the company you keep. Because not everybody's supposed to be part of your journey. And I say that respectfully. And they won't understand how you mean what you say what you mean, that you're real with yourself, to be real with your neighbor, that there are better days ahead, and God is allowing you to see that there are. Because you chose your best self-vision of yourself, to understand your pain and your trauma doesn't live here today, or to understand your pain and your trauma, to be patient with yourself, and to understand that it's not going to be an overnight process when it comes to healing mentally. But when you choose your best self-vision of yourself, to be kind to yourself and show up for yourself in the most healthiest way, never dim your light, because they don't understand why you choosing your best self-vision of yourself, to understand, to go within, to do the proper healing, to love yourself in the most healthiest way, to know your self-value, to know your self-worth. And they don't understand why you choose yourself, because you healed and you just continue to elevate to become your best self-vision of yourself. They wanted to dim your light with a dim your light, but they realized at the end of the day they can't. They can't dim the light of a child of God, and I say that respectfully. It's the thought process of me, how they quick to paint this narrative of the delusional ass mindset when they don't know what they're talking about. When it comes to a child of God, you can't dim the light of a child of God, and I say that respectfully. It's the thought process of me. When you're a child of God, never allow someone to dim your light because they don't see your worth or your value, let alone they can't respect themselves to respect you, to stay in their own lane and understand God's plan when it comes to you. You know, because you love yourself in the most healthiest way, not to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. It's not a crime to love and respect yourself in the most healthiest way. It's not a crime. It never allows someone to allow you to feel like you have to shortchange yourself because they want you to dim your light within dimming your light up when it comes to your self-value and your self-worth, and knowing how to stay in your own lane when it comes to self-control and self-confidence and self-respect and self-awareness, and having balance and boundaries and understanding not to shortchange yourself because your neighbor doesn't understand and stay in their own lane today because you choose your best self-vision of yourself. I gotta go! Naya, genuine love, respect. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Never allow someone to dim your light because they don't understand that your pain and your trauma doesn't live here today, or they don't understand that you are willing to go within and mean what you say and say what you mean without wearing a mask, to tune into yourself in the most healthiest way, to have the proper self-awareness, to love yourself and respect yourself and understand that I choose me today, not to allow myself to dim my light, let alone the next person to dim my light, because I want to become my best self-vision of myself without dimming my light. Or you're in that process as to, you know, you're healed and you're just elevating and you have your days, but you're being patient with your process. Don't allow someone to dim your light because you love yourself in the most healthiest way. And you're not trying to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. You're just trying to stay in your own lane and respect yourself and respect your neighbor with no malicious intentions. I gotta go. Have a good day, though. Night, genuine love, respect. Have a good day. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people, and you deserve each of your respect. But no malicious intentions bring harm to yourself or others around you. Never allow hate in disguise or personal intentions like your thought process, letting your fear in your pockets or your eyesight, because they ain't got good intentions. Protect your energy, because not everybody's having a good time. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe week. Protect your energy. Now you're genuine love, respect. I gotta go. Have a good day.